Hello, everyone, and welcome back. What's on tap for today? Well, we got another great video clip. This one is from Campus Reform, and they're going around to the University of Florida, and they're asking the students there, what do you think of diversity, inclusion, and equality or equity, right? All the woke students, they just love that, right? Social justice warriors, DIE. But the question is, would you apply diversity, inclusion, and equity to your sports teams? How about to the Florida Football Gators team? We're going to do all that in the next few seconds, folks. But before we do so, we just want to let you know you're watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your guest host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. Comment below. Let us know what you think of these college students around the United States of America. Let's get to that reaction video right now.
Hi, I'm Ophelia Jacobson with Campus Reform. It's game day here at the University of Florida, and we're talking with college students about diversity quotas today. Do students support these quotas in the workplace and in the college admissions process? And will these students change their mind if we apply those same diversity quotas to the Florida Gators football team? Let's find out. Talking first about diversity just in general, do you think diversity should be a factor in hiring decisions and in college admissions processes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably they should have diversity quotas for college admissions and a bunch of other things. I think they already have quotas though, but those are definitely a good thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think it's an absolute necessity.
Yeah, everyone should have an equal part in anywhere, really.
As a first-generation college student from a Hispanic household, it's very important.
Should we develop diversity quotas for, the workplace or for college admissions? How they usually work is if a population is 35% Hispanic, then the school in that region, I guess, would also have to be 35% Hispanic in its student population to reflect the demographics of the larger community. Is that something that you would support?
Yeah, I would support that.
Yeah, I totally support that.
Yeah. I mean that sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I think that makes sense to me.
Yeah, Sam, I think it definitely should be taken into account.
Absolutely. There should be more diversity in basically every single field.
So what about diversity quotas on sports teams, college sports teams? Do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that should be skill-based.
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing.
Same thing. We want to win no matter what you are.
Guy just said, right? We want to win no matter what you are. Doesn't matter. We don't want to win, all right, for diversity and inclusion for school to get into school or whatever. That doesn't matter about winning. But sports, we want to win.
Probably not. I feel like it should be based off talent. That's something that's a little bit different.
With sports, it's definitely more emphasis placed on ability.
Sports is different than college. Sports is not the
Sports is different than college. Sports is a different ability. It has nothing to do. It's skill. It's like, you're not smart if you're playing sports. Getting into school, that requires a brain. But sports, that's something else. That's like a talent. It has nothing to do with diversity, inclusion, and equity. Make sure you listen to what this girl says right now. All right, let's go back and let's go over that real quick. Okay, let's go back and see what they're saying here. We'll just go back real quick.
What you are.
Probably not. I feel like it should be based off talent. That's something that's a little bit different.
With sports, it's definitely more emphasis placed on ability.
sports is different than college. Sports is not the same. I mean, talent is talent is talent is talent.
I don't think we should. College sports is about getting the best players for your team, and I don't think we should focus on which race or ethnicity to get.
I think a diversity quota for any sports team, it doesn't make much sense. It should be based on skill.
Just let the skills shine, and whoever's the best player deserves to be on the team. Obviously, with sports, it's talent first over anything.
I did some research about the demographics here at UF. We're going to put this into a hypothetical situation. So 50% of students here are white. This is from 2019. 19% are Hispanic, 8% are Asian, and 5% are African American. If we were to apply that quota to the offensive lineup for the Florida Gators football team, this is what the lineup would look like.
Okay, and that's probably not what it looks like at all.
This is what it looks like right now.
Yeah.
All right, so take a look at this here, folks. Okay, this is Florida Gators. They're always in the top 10, top 20, right? Okay, so here's their lineup right now. You got one white guy, the rest of them are black. And here's what the diversity, inclusion, equity would make the team look like. All right, you would have 6 whites, 2 Latinos, two Asians, and one black person. All right, going through here. Let's continue with this thing here and see how the logic plays out with these woke social justice warriors, virtue signaling students, okay? And see if they change their minds or if they still are hypocritical as usual. Let's continue.
I feel like they're probably just more skilled players. Cause I mean, I guess you could say like more skilled people should get into schools too. I guess what I said could kind of be applied both.
We'd probably be losing because we recruit like based on skill, and if we recruited based on diversity, then we'd probably be worse.
I see nothing wrong with the current roster right now. I think it's perfectly fine. If they're the best players fit for the job, then they deserve the spot.
I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing that these people are just better at the sports that they play.
I mean, it'd definitely be different. When's the last time you saw a prominent Asian in football?
Does this kind of change?
Oh, we gotta go back. We gotta go back for that one. When's the last time you saw a prominent Asian? Oh my goodness. Can you say that? Can you get triggered by that? I'm gonna go back. Let's watch this thing over again because I think it's very important to hear what these people are saying here. Oh, let's go back to right about here.
I guess what I said could kind of be applied both.
We'd probably be losing because we recruit like based on skill, and if we recruited based on diversity, then we'd probably be worse.
I see nothing wrong with the current roster right now. I think it's perfectly fine. If they're the best players fit for the job, then they deserve the spot.
I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing that these people are just better at the sports that they play.
I mean, it'd definitely be different. When's the last time you saw a prominent Asian in football?
Does this kind of change your mind about diversity quotas in other sectors like the workplace, like college admissions? If we're talking about being the best in sports, shouldn't we also be talking about being the best in the workplace, being the best company, being the best college, the best university, regardless of anyone's race?
Yeah, I think it was a good way to open your eyes and think, like, if you're recruiting athletes based on their skill level, maybe you should admit students based on their scores and their like academic merit more so than diversity.
Yeah, a little bit, because I didn't think about it being applied. I mean, I guess they are applied to schools, but not sports.
This guy the whole time was just like this. What is he, supposed to be Superman or something? He just kept his hands on his hips the whole freaking time, deciding on whether or not what he was saying was actually making any sense or not. So I don't know, maybe puff your chest out and stick your hands out a little bit and see what happens.
And you could make a good argument for why my reason for school would be the same for sports, basically. Yeah.
I think so. I think I really didn't think about diversity too much in like college admissions or workplace.
Yeah, I think like now that I think about it,
It's interesting to see it compared in sports like versus college admissions. So
Skill always comes first. I don't necessarily think quotas are the way to go. I know they're unconstitutional. I know they're wrong.
This is the same girl that before said, absolutely, we should have diversity. Absolutely, we should have quotas. Now she comes back after saying that. What'd she say? Oh, it's unconstitutional. Let's listen to what she's got to say. Just got to go over this one more time here, folks.
sports like versus college admissions. So
Skill always comes first. I don't necessarily think quotas are the way to go. I know they're unconstitutional. I know they're wrong. I feel like that's just counterintuitive to feel obligated to admit anybody or do anything.
Yeah. I mean, you want the best. It doesn't really matter what the person's race is, who they are, whatever. Like, you have skills.
Yeah, whatever. You got skills, whatever. You got skills, you do it. And it just shows you again the hypocrisy, because you get twisted, you get tied up. You basically have nothing to fall on because everything that you're talking about is on a bed of quicksand. And then guess what? They're trying to scurry out of it so fast that they just continue to sink deeper into the muck instead of, trying to gently but you can't. You can't do it fast. You can't pedal your way out of it fast. You can't pull your way out of it fast. You can't do it so you're just going to keep sinking deeper and deeper and deeper in the quicksand until it just covers everything up and you're completely gone. I mean, just look at that girl before, the one with the orange crop top or whatever. Before, everybody, diversity, inclusion, equity, die, 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 right? Afterwards, unconstitutional. When it comes to sports, and the one guy said, when's the last thing? That's true. Look, let's face it. There are certain aspects of anything that you can think about. You can think about in terms of mathematics, in terms of science, in terms of writing, in terms of reading, in terms of sports, different sports. Why is it that it seems, for example, is it racist to say that in the thing of, let's say, badminton or in ping pong or table tennis, it seems that people from an Asian ethnicity or Asian background seem to excel? Why does it seem like most of the skiers, for example, seem to be European or white? Why is that? Although that's changing, but it seems so in the past that was. Why is it in football, for example, that the majority of players are black? Why is it that the sprinters on the Olympic teams, the majority are black? Could it be that blacks have a propensity in terms of athleticism that are dominant, that are much better? The genetic makeup is there over Latinos and Hispanics and Asians and others. The same thing could be said about studies, right? Everybody says, oh, you know what? Asian people, they're just really good at math. Is that genetics? Is it DNA? Is it that they study harder? What is it? Why is it? Why is that? Why does it seem that way? It does seem that way. To bring these questions up, oh, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're triggering me. Just asking the questions here. Just asking the questions. But it just goes to show you the hypocrisy, folks, the hypocrisy of the left, the woke left, the liberals, the progressives, the media, the Hollywood hypocrites, the academics, right? All hypocrites in this regard or whatever when it comes to diversity, inclusion, and equity. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your guest host for today. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us, comment below. Let me know what you think. If these guys are just completely, everything that they said is perfectly fine with you and you're okay being a hypocrite, or what are your thoughts? Put them in your comments below. We'd love to share it. And I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.